Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Workers and Resources. Hope you're having a good day. I've been just checking out my heating system, making sure everything's good through the winter. Had a couple of little hiccups with coal, but I fixed it. I just want to show you what I did to fix it, or at least what the problem was. So basically my coal trains have gotten longer over this time because my demand has gone up. And yeah, we had this little thing. If you check out the last videos or whatever, we had this little area where it was kind of like that bypass, right? We had this train track here would go in and mash up with this, and then only one train could be in here at a time and stuff. Well, I've changed it up to where both of my coal trains can fill up at the same time. And I did this by essentially making it like this. So all of this comes in. These are all one-way tracks, but then it gets to this intersection and everything becomes a two-way track. How this works is the two chains are going to look at this zone and it'll be red, but because they're chained, they're also going to look at the zone ahead of it. And what I'm hoping to see here, I haven't actually seen both coal trains be here at the same time yet, but like it caused problems when it did happen. It's one of those rare things where both of the coal trains just happen to be coming at the same time. And so now what the train will do is it will see, you know, let's say the big coal train 1 is in this lane, right? It's the right side. This light will be red, but this one will be green. And because of that, the other train will go, well, I can't go to that one, but I can do the other one. And so it will just kind of zoom into the one it can do. And then, of course, both of these tracks are now exclusive, and they're also very long. So we should be able to see two of them fill up at the same time. At least I hope so. And because of that, though, you know, I think we're going to start blitzing through our coal a lot faster. But especially with two steel mills, man, it's a thing. I'm definitely seeing these things almost full, though. Some of the ones that are connected to the heating plants, I have them on auto purchase, so that it's much better, in my opinion, if you just buy coal in the moment. If you fall a little bit behind, if you buy coal in the moment to keep people's homes heated, it's better that way. Okay, I've added a couple of things I want to share it with you. First thing, I think it's really funny that all the helicopters, the construction helicopters, right, they're going off and getting stuff, and then they're crossing over top of the airport. Like, you would never have helicopters flying around here. That just wouldn't happen. At least not unless they were like part of the airport. I mean, I've seen helicopters come from over here where the steel is, Gordstali. I've seen them come all the way over here and deliver resources to this building. And they did that while a plane was coming in for a landing. Like, you'd never have that happen. Anyway, so these tanks are full now. We filled them right up. It's good. And then this train is now going to serve as sort of that overflow. So the train serves as a third storage. It'll just sit here, you know, unload until, or sit here until unloaded, right? So it's going to sit here and do that. Meanwhile, we're just going to be making more aluminum oxide over there. And well, I could, if it gets really excessive, where we're making a lot more, then I can send the access to the border and we'll sell it. It's fine. But aside from that, though, I think we're pretty much done. So I'm just going to go ahead and fund the rest of this. It's January 25th, 1996. Go ahead and speed up time really quick here. We don't have any aluminum in here, and I want to start getting that going. I've added some parking lots. So you see the parking lot right here. I've added that. And I've also added this one. We don't have any cars that can get here yet, but I feel like that's going to change. I've also added a bus stop. And the bus stop is connected to both this and this. So we can send a whole lot of people via bus right there and put them in that stop. And that drops them off right in the heart of everything. Then I went ahead and remade this. It's a bridge now over top of the train track. Because while this is sitting here saying it's going to sit here until unloaded, it's also stopping traffic. And so we get cars backed up here, actually. So I went ahead and just made a bridge on that. It shouldn't be a problem. And I think that's it for the most of the updates. I think that's kind of it. Yeah. So what I'd like to do in this video is I'm going to get construction started on this. And that's going to just play in the background while we do other things, okay? So let's go ahead. Also, I want to check in on statistics really quick. Notice Productivity's at 95%. Average lifespan, it's over 80. Well over 80. It's good, right? We have only 4,000 unemployed workers and a population of nearly 80,000. I think, anyway, mathematics serves me correctly. This is basically a 5% unemployment rate. I like this. It's also less than 2,000 people living with their parents. I like this too. And I still have train problems. I don't like that. What is it? What is it now? How could you possibly? What is this? What is this madness? Oh, you're waiting. Oh, right. I didn't even think of that, actually. Yeah. Well, okay, because they can sit here and wait, but if there's other trains going through, then they're going to... Okay, let's try this then. It's going to be fine, all right? I just messed one little thing up. It's no big deal, okay? We're going to put a signal here. We're going to put a signal here. We're going to put a signal here. You see what I'm doing? I'm getting the trains to get off of this track, get out of the way, right? I'm just telling them to get the hell out of the way. Just give them a bunch of signals, and then they can stop, when they need to. So now they're gonna stop back here, and that gets them out of the way, okay? Oh, and the other thing I did, actually, is I added this road. So there's a road that goes all the way out here, and then it curves and does this. So we're kind of like wrapping around the airport, right? This airport area. And it's going to come all the way over here and connects to this intersection that's over here with Gorod Stali. Now, there's no shuttle buses through this yet. This is not a shuttle road, but it does provide a way for people to drive their cars and get themselves over here. So I wanted to give them a way to do that, and now they have a way to do that. We're going to add a town right here, and I think I want to spend a lot of my time today doing that. We do get some people working here. That's cool. I need to deliver chemicals. That is a thing I have not done yet, so let me get that started. So I don't think I can have this road do this because clearly I need a place to store my stuff. So we're gonna instead have this go about... Yeah, it's gonna have to be kind of hugging this a little bit. So we're gonna say right about here. We're gonna say right about here. And then we'll have the road instead go around the warehouse like this. And then wrap this, and then it goes like so. And then you connect like that. All right, so chemical warehouse is built. So now we just need to get chemicals into this warehouse, okay? And there's also no power here. We're gonna fix that too. So I wanna have, basically this is gonna be 100%. And then there's always these little micro things. So usually go through and just make sure I've cleared them all anyway. All down to 0. So it's 195 units, 195 tons, okay. So a couple of things. I need to put in another substation. We're gonna do that right here. Right there like that, and then I'm just gonna bring the heavy line. It's fine with me. Where is it? Right here. So I'm gonna come off of this, bring it all the way over here. Yep. And then come this way. I really don't want to go across where the planes are gonna be. Like I don't want to cross them. So this is gonna go the long way, but I think it's for the best. Just because I really don't want to cross in front of planes. These. So we're gonna come all the way around like this. I could go underground too, but I want the extra voltage. I get that comment a lot, like aren't there underground lines, or use underground lines because it would look better? Yes, it would look better. It would. You sacrifice a considerable amount of power doing that per line. And not only that, but you pay more for it. So I would rather do this than pay the premium for less. So I'm gonna come all the way like that, and then we come over and connect it like this. So I know that that's a lot more wires than I needed, but it's there. Okay, so chemicals. Got the chemical train pulled up here now. Let's go find it. It's all the way over here. And it's got 70 tons of chemicals on board. I don't believe it will need to deliver that many over here to Chernobyl. So what we're gonna do is after This is the nuke excess storage. What I'm going to have to do, see, the excess storage is full, and that's great. This storage, chem cargo. Oh, right, this is the cargo station attached to it, which it's basically full. So there's not a whole lot to unload here, thankfully. That's by design, right? We send it over here first. Both of these places, they're not using enough to deplete our supply. And so the train ends up usually returning to the chemical area with stock still in the trailers. So we're gonna make sure, though, we're gonna tell you to only unload 79% of cargo. Maximum, right? That's the maximum. And then after this, you're going to come over here and you're going to drop off your chemicals. Your remaining supply of chemicals is going to be dropped off here. Okay, so once that happens, it will come over here and it's going to drop off the chemicals and everything will be good. Now I need to put in some signals. Man, frame rates are getting hit now. I pause it a lot. You notice I pause it a lot? It has to do with performance. I know that most games I play like this, I have a tendency to just, you know, like my thumb just hits the space bar seemingly for no reason. And yeah, that does happen. But in this case, the performance and frame rates, I get maybe 3 times more frames if I pause. So a lot of times when I'm building things or trying to figure things out, that's a great way to do it. All right, so I don't think I need to do anything with signals, actually. I already put them in, so that's good. So all I need to do now is just tell this to store chemicals, which it'll kind of do it on its own because I'm going to put chemicals there. But just for the sake of it, we're just going to go ahead and make sure everything is 0 here. Looks good. 195. And this is going to be where that train stores chemicals. Now, we're going to add this as a source. And we're going to say we want to load chemicals from this. And we want to unload chemicals from this. I can also speed this up if I include this building as well in the unload process. And I think I will. Like this is where our aluminum is going to get stored, right? And like we still need to truck it in, so it's going to get brought here, but it's going to get trucked in. So we want to unload. Yeah, from this, we want to unload this. So we're going to unload in here, and the aluminum plant, we're actually going to load also aluminum. So we unload chemicals, we load aluminum, and then we unload the aluminum in the aluminum storage. That's what we're going to do there. And then this warehouse, we just load chemicals. Sorry, in this warehouse, we unload. No, I had this right. I need to name this. Let me name this. This is the aluminum production warehouse. I don't know. And then we're going to say this one here is our aluminium. I know I have to say it differently for some people. That is how it's spelled. Aluminium delivery warehouse. We'll call it that. So now I can see the difference in here because there's like 2 warehouses right next to each other. So we're going to load from the delivery warehouse, unload in the production warehouse. And that's how chemicals are going to be treated in the game there. And then from that point on, we should see pretty much, yeah, we should just start making things. So let's give this an initial supply really quick, just to kind of help it start. That's 112,000. My God, I haven't had to buy resources in a plant in a while, and I just haven't been paying attention, but that's pretty expensive. Now, this is going to use a lot of power at maximum, more power than we're giving it, I think. The trick here is that I have a substation here, which 2.5, it's basically at 99%. And I also have a substation here, and these are both they're both connected to this, but they're also providing for other things too. So it's pretty crowded, okay? So I can provide another substation here if I want to, or I can provide a direct high voltage line in, and the minimum I can do is 4 megawatts. So if I have a place where it's split, I could get a direct line onto it. And that might be better. It might be. So let me take a look at these 2 lines really quick. So this one's not under a lot of load. Well, depending on when we do things. Unpause it and pause it, whatever. This one doesn't seem like it's under a ton of load, but I might be able to borrow from this one. This one's already split a couple of times, actually. I split it here so that I could bring a direct line into that steel plant, but I think I'm gonna do it again. So if I put in a high voltage switch, I think right here, I have to face it this way, I think, but I think we can do this. So I'm gonna bop this, put in a high voltage switch right about here, reconnect these so it runs through again. There we go. All right, and then we take the 4 megawatt high voltage, and we're just gonna come off of this. Now I think this has a direct in too, but we'll see how this works. We'll see how it plays out. Some other infrastructure is in the way. Really? Oh no. Are you too close to the road anyway? Yeah, I think you're too close to the... Oh, there it goes. Got it. That was interesting. There, and then I want it to go all the way over like that. Okay, and like that. All right, that's a direct in. So it should be able to pull power from that now. And I'm hoping that means that our substations have a lot less load. It doesn't say that, but I'm hoping that that's what that means, because this should be able to pull the power directly off this line now. So this should always have good power for production. You can see we're using the aluminum oxide. We got chemicals there, and now it's just a matter of getting them delivered with our trucks, which this is our chemical train. It's here. It's delivering a whole bunch of them. And now we have our trucks spring to life with our distribution center to come on down here and get chemicals and bring it up into here. So this is full on going now. Very nice. The only thing that's missing is a good amount of people. Now we do have parking lots and people can drive to work. That is completely doable, and you can see they are driving. I'm giving them a walk path and stuff too. They can walk right in where they need to go. I do not have a bus route yet, but we could work on that next maybe. Get this overlay out of the way. Let's take a look really quick at our train stations. Despite having so many people, we don't have that many people waiting at train stations, right? The passenger trains kind of come in and leave, and then the next one shows up. They really don't have to wait a whole lot. This one just left. This one's coming in. It's going to pick people up now. So it's just going to do it right there. There we go. And then when this one's done, we get the next one right here behind it. It's going. So there's a constant flow of people in each one of these train stations. Here's a passenger train station. It's a little bit higher than I'd like. Might be able to dip into this actually for the buses, because that looks like it's possible. So why don't we dip into this for a bus a little bit? Pause it really quick. Frame rates have returned. Nice. I want to go into over here. We're going to add a bus. So I'm going to look at... I want the big ones. This is a pretty long trip, so I think a bigger bus is probably good. Let's try these two. I think we'll go with 3 buses here. 3 buses would be good. So the first one is we're just gonna add stop, right? And you don't need bus stations as stops. You can use the train stations as your stop. So I'm gonna do that. So this is your first stop, and you are gonna load you're just gonna load workers, okay? You can unload passengers and workers potentially, but I just want you to load workers. And actually, these buses are really high capacity. I might be robbing people from other sources. Why don't we just do 2 buses? I think we'll just do 2. But then we're gonna drop you off here. And then it's kind of the same thing at this point. So there you go. And that's your route. We're gonna copy that route to this bus, and then we're gonna send you on your way, and then we're gonna sell this bus. Actually, I might do an inner city route with this bus. I might. I'll just let it go for a second. So we're letting it run, and I wanna see it's probably spaced out well enough. Somebody said that spaced out routes are built into the game. I have seen no indication of this. If you're the person that said that, I'd love you to walk me through that, because I don't see that anywhere. Like, view line detail, maybe? Oh, here we go. Well, never mind. He answered his own question. I will be completely frank with you. I put approximately 30 seconds of thought into that and then went, nah. There you go. So we'll put that line on there. So this is going to automatically space out the buses so that they don't get crowded with each other. Need to compute line length. That's interesting. Let's use it. Can we do that with other buses too? I don't see a reason why not. This bus right here. Check out the line detail. We got, I think there's only one bus, I guess, on this. That's interesting. I guess I know what no, I guess I know what I'm gonna do for the next route. Where's that other bus at? Right here, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you're with this, but you're with this one now. Go forth and space out. Go forth and space out. There we go. See, I can do it. I can. Just gotta believe. Okay. So I actually get my frame rates back if I go 1x speed. The fast speed is what's really killing it, I think. So I'm gonna wait on that. But there you go. See? Everything's coming together. I like it. Cool. Now, one of the other things I wanted to do, because there's this weird area right here, and I could expand this. I could to do that. The thing is, though, the people who live here do not have quick access to any trains if I do that. So I would have to add another train station. And initially I was going to run a train from this area here, cross it like it's a regular old junction. It's going to come right through here, and the train line would then curve and pass right between these two, and then it come out and it was connect to here. The problem though is that I can't connect it to here because there's just too much stuff here. So what I could do is have it run this way. So for example, if I could have it do this. Go like that. Go, ooh, why? Why crossing not allowed? Bizarre. How bizarre. Well, it's not very clean, but it does the job. So what I would do is I would curve this around kind of like this and go like that. And then this would go over this direction. Ooh, very weird. Why not? It won't let me curve. That's weird. What is that? Is there something there? That's interesting. So I'm restricted by, I can't go through that. I wouldn't say it's a huge deal, but that's just kind of interesting to me. They wouldn't allow that to happen. So we'll go like this. Then you can come through, yep, like that. And then it's kind of a sideways slanted train track. Right? But then you get this area here where it's a little harder to, like, it's going to be very difficult to build in this area because of all the intersections. Too close to the intersection. Can't do it. Too close to an intersection. Yeah. So I'd have to mess with it another way, but I think I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to let whoever wants to take the series, whoever wants to take this city to its own level, you know. Maybe you're just starting out in the game and you're like, I want to know how things work. I want to play around with things and I want to see how he set things up with more detail. Well, there you can. You can. All right. Because I'm going to share this with you. I always do that. Okay, not always. I don't always share my saves, but when I do, it's always in the description of the final video in the playlist. Okay. So go to that. If the playlist is free or if the playlist is done, right? Usually I'll have the thumbnail say end instead of a number, right? If you see that, go to the description of that video and the reference will be there. If I can save it, if I can share it. I believe I can share it with the workshop, I think. So if it's there, then it's there, and if it's not, it's not. So this road here was supposed to be a road to another heating plant because I'm having a hard time keeping the heat during the winter. I mean, it's working, but not very well. So I was kind of thinking what I could do is get a truck route to take some coal from here and bring it over to here. But then I thought, well, I have coal trains. They're more effective at doing this. so I could set up coal, but there's like not a lot of space here. What I thought about doing though, because I have a parking lot here and I can always expand that idea, and I am gonna try this because I do think we need to reinforce heat in the city. It was really struggling. I definitely had some instances where, you know, people went home for the day kind of thing and shift changes and stuff, and we just don't quite have enough people in there for a little while and temperatures drop. It's much easier to keep people heated if you keep the temperature of the boiler high. Having to raise it up again is very intensive. So I was gonna put the heating plant right here, and that's what that was. It was like a thing there. The problem with this though is getting coal in here, getting coal to be in here. It's a challenge. So if I put this over here a little bit more, it might work. Let's say I put this heating plant like right here. Now I'd probably want to flip it around, honestly, because that's where the pipes can go out that way. It would shorten the pipes. But then again, it really makes it difficult to get coal in here. But we're gonna try this. I'm gonna see what we can do here. So if I go like, let's say, I gotta be far enough away from the bus stop so that the road connection can bend in. Maybe here. Assuming that works. See, this is okay. Well, I can do that. I was kind of thinking more along the lines of curving this around. Yeah, like I was thinking that, but I don't think there's a way to connect it very well. Maybe I can go this way. And it'll just curve and go like this. Maybe it'll meet up with that intersection right there. Is there a way to... because this road system, man. The way the road system is, it doesn't let it happen. So maybe we'll just do it like this anyway. The idea is people can drive from up here and drive to go to work here, and that was what I was hoping anyway. Now I'm wondering if there's any way possible to connect these two roads. Nah. I could do it with a walkway though, so I guess that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. Now, to get this heated, right, to get this going, I have to put in a large, I think a small aggregate storage is probably acceptable. It's placing this isn't a problem, it's getting the conveyors that's a problem. So, and then also figuring out where I'm delivering the coal. I think it's gonna be right here. Delivering coal as far as like operations go is, it doesn't involve raising anything up high, so you wouldn't want anything right here with the airport. But if it's just aggregate storage in a train track, that's not a big deal. So I might try that. If I was gonna do rail aggregate unloading, where would I be able to fit it? I'm gonna find it first. And train aggregate unloading. So it could feasibly fit here, or no? It's gonna have to be on this side. It's pretty gross, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty gross, I don't like it at all. I was actually pretty much hoping it could go here. But I'll tell you what, instead of that, I'm gonna let you decide. You wanna play the game? Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna let you decide what to do with it, because to be honest, there's so many ways to play this game, and there's so many different like combinations of like you can do anything. Everything is so flexible. So I'm gonna let you figure it out, right? And I give you the save, and you go to winter, and you discover that sometimes things get cold. You could figure out how to solve it. You got $100 million worth of cash between these two currencies, right? I think you can figure it out. You're pretty smart. Right? I don't know you, all right? I don't really know you, but as many bits of advice as you've given me, right? As many times as I've wanted to say, do you want fries with that? When you give me an order, I think you're pretty smart. You can figure it out. Yeah, and you're like, who's he talking to? You, of course. Not you specifically, but like people like you. Did I confuse you yet? Confuse who? All right, so I think I'm gonna take and limit this, right? So enough dinking around. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. I know. Let's take and go. I wanted to go lower than that, but alcohol down. Yeah, 1%, please. There you go. Fabric. Okay. Food all the way down. Clothes all the way down. Let's deliver. I don't know what the heaviest component of this is, and I think electronics actually goes in planes. I gotta believe mechanical components and electrical components are still the biggest items. So we're gonna put those in their own place. But I gotta believe that's still the biggest thing. So very small amounts of fabric. We don't need a whole lot. I kind of want to get this to be 2%. There we go. All right, and then we'll let electronics. Honestly, electronics is probably a really small amount too. Let's make plastics the big thing. Okay. So we'll go like this until it's down to like 5% or something. Okay. That'll be that. And then this one here is going to be all about the two big ones that it needs. Okay, and that's electrical components and mechanical components. And I'm not entirely, I don't remember which one is which, so we're going to say 50% of each right now, okay? Now all we need is a way to distribute things and get things moving. I'm thinking let's say two dedicated trucks. I think two dedicated trucks going back and forth might be enough for now to fill them up. But distribution could just be the answer there. Why don't we just use it? We have this extra distribution here. We have covered hull trucks. I think we just use the one we already have then. I'm just like completely indecisive today. Let's take and use these green ones for this operation. Although this is going to determine what does what. So I guess I don't really get to choose which trucks do what. But we're going to say this one. We're going to call this one the air. We're going to say air mech elec comp. You understand what that means, right? I hope you do. Unload mechanical and electrical components there. Cool. Cool. All right. Bring this back up. And I want to pick this one. And for this one, we are going to unload the fabric, electronics, and plastic. Again, I think electronics goes here, but I don't remember, but I think so. And that's it for that one. Yep. So the final thing would then be coming over here, and we need to kind of rob these warehouses. So I'm gonna say I would like to go ahead and rob. You have a bunch of mechanical components and plastic. So why don't I say that you are a place we can rob plastic from? We can take, let's say, we want to load plastic from here. Kind of have to be individual with this. You know, there's electrical components here too. We could get them here too. Let's get the electrical components here too. And then electronics we're going to get from this, of course. So we just load electronics from here. And then the final thing was fabric, right? No, we need mechanical components too. So that's going to happen here. And mechanical components are located there. And then the final thing then to go get is fabric. And we can go all the way over here and grab it from this. And we just load the fabric here. Then I have to make sure that I select fabric here too, because I don't remember if I did. This is the Guardstally East warehouse. I'm going to rename this to Air other stuff. I don't know. Whatever. And this is where the fabric is unloaded. So Air other stuff, fabric, good. Okay, so we're just going to use the existing place. So then these trucks will then get to work doing that, carrying things all over the place and filling up these two warehouses. And they're going to do it one at a time, but because of how long the distances they have to get and how the different resources are different distances apart. I'm hoping that they don't have to really wait behind each other too much. They don't have to clash too much. Kind of what I'm hoping. It also looks to me like we could use an alternative route because roadway wise, that's sending trucks all the way over here, and that's kind of unnecessary, isn't it? You know what I kind of want to do? We don't have a really long bridge yet. And I kind of feel like making a really long bridge just to do it, right? Which kind of reminds me that this is not being built. Or, well, it is being built. No, it's not being built. I didn't do this yet. Wow. I'll do that later. We're going to do that next video, okay? I promise we'll do that next video because now I'm doing the roads over here. So I think I'm going to make a big bridge. Like a really obnoxious, there's no reason for the bridge to be that long, but here we are, kind of bridge. And I think we're gonna go through, well, it could be this road right here. I mean, it could be. I don't know if we can do that because of how that goes around, but I can always take that around the other, yeah, let's do it. I can just take this road around the other way. So this road is going to get itself upgraded. And it's going to become an actual road, okay? I have to actually fund it because I'm not doing that. Yep. There we go. There we go. There we go. And done. Okay. Now I want, like, yeah, one of these arch bridges, okay? I want this to look awesome. So we're going to bring you up like this. Aw, what? You know what? I need to curve it too, though, so maybe I should use the curved one. Oh, the brick one. The brick one could look cool, though, right? The problem is it cannot end above water. Really? No way. All right, hold on. We got this. We're not going to end above water, okay? Because we're going to curve this bridge, and it's going to come all the way over here. Yes. Yes, it works. And then I want to lift it up. Yes. Oh, suck it, game. I win. I can have it with a very specific kind of bridge. That has to be a very specific bridge, I guess. Yep. We're going to go like this. Right there. I want this to curve even more. Like really curve around there, like this. Okay. That. Why do this? I don't know. Does it matter? There's no boats in here, so we don't have to go over underneath it. It's just this really cool low bridge, kind of like if any of you guys are from the Midwest or have been around, you know, like Ohio, if you've been to Cedar Point, right? The bridge into Cedar Point is like this everything over water sort of thing. It's really low. I like it. I think it's going to be sweet. And then all we got to do then, take this road and angle it in a way that's favorable to line it up for that bridge. So we go about like, I mean, I guess it could go here, but can I not have you here? Can we not do this? Yeah, like that. Kind of a little curve, but it's cool. Oh yeah. Done. Build it. Just because we can. But that provides a much more direct route. These guys can now curve all the way over here. And then they are in this area now to go off and get stuff. It could have been better to do it over here, but I was, well, it's whatever. I mean, they can get in here a lot faster now. That's the point. Okay, so you're being built. Yes, you are. It takes like 1,000 days to make that. Sweet. So let's just do the bridge now over here. So this rail bridge, between now and the next video, I would like this rail bridge to be built. So you have to raise this up all the way because this is where boats are going through. So I've given myself some room to do that. I'm hoping it's enough. And we want to do the ones that have the, yeah, go as high as possible. So I'm going to bring you up as high as we can. Yep, right there is good. High as you can go, right there. And then have you do the same. Straight up. Oh, you gotta turn snapping back on now. There we go. And then straight to the top, please. No. Not gonna raise it up. There we go. Yep, right like that. Excellent. I like when the posts line up and they're, you know, completely... I love symmetry, right? Obviously. You know me. I love symmetry. There we go. And then we go like this. Beautiful. And then we come straight down from here. And we come down. No, that's fast enough, I think. Yeah. About there. And then we come down here and do the same. All the way down. See, now they don't line up. The posts, they're not lining up. Why aren't they lining up? Huh? Why aren't they lining up, game? Why are you doing this to me? Why you gotta be that way? Huh? Come on. Ah, you're not gonna do it. You're gonna be difficult with me. All right, tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and remake you, but this time we're gonna use one of these. Hey, like this. I don't. I actually don't. I'm gonna go straight anyway. Screw it. There was a place where, yeah, depending on where I put this, the posts would change. So I'm kind of thinking maybe if I allow it to change, like maybe go like this. It's really difficult to figure out where that's gonna be. Oh, right there. Got it. I guess it's not that difficult after all. And then you go there and you go there. Beautiful. Now we're going to build that with resources. Because there's really no reason for me to spend nearly $8 million on that. Or I think it was 8.7 is what I think I saw. Maybe it was a 6. Either way, there's no reason to spend that much on it. So we're going to let this all build with resources. And we're going to take and have this be under the direct authority. You're going to give this construction office this task. So come all the way over here, and we're going to say you can start on this right like that and like that. Okay? There's 2 of them. And they can cross right here to get out of each other's way and everything. Now, we're going to need to actually make this work both ways because they're both going to have to return. So we'll do that. And then signaling wise, they both come in this way, but see, these are two ways. And so what I want to do is chain this so that it will pay attention to the zone after it. And then the construction trains shouldn't, I use it loosely, they shouldn't get in each other's way by doing that. Okay, then on this side, all the way over here, I'm not done yet. All the way over here, we're going to start a tunnel. And that's done by basically putting this railway this direction, about here. Same thing, we're going to bring it around about here. And then I want to put in this, the railway tunnel. And you kind of have to do this right up to the thing. So you see, I can't have any of this tunnel sticking out of the ground. It cannot be, you can't go low, okay? You can't go underground. It's like below sea level and stuff, right? So I have to bring the rail until right about the time it starts to turn yellow and warn me that I have to do terraforming. That's probably fine. And then we'll try it like this. And then I think what we'll do, because it's very expensive to make a tunnel, is we're going to have only one of these trains able to use the tunnel at a time. So I think what we'll have is you're going to go about here. Yeah, about here. And then you're just going to merge like so. Let's back it up, because this doing the 2-train tunnel might be a bit difficult here. All right, so let's see how much this is going to cost me. It's a lot of gravel. It's a ton of bricks. It's a huge brick expense. But if I take a look underground, we have a whole bunch of stuff we can do here. So I'm kind of hoping it can kind of move its way over here eventually, but I just want this tunnel to be like as long as I can make it. So it looks like it'll let me go to about here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, there it is. It's a $5.5 million tunnel. We're gonna have that be built too. And then, oh, you know what? Screw it. Let's just do this. Seriously, let's just do it. Let's just have the double tunnel, okay? Don't be a cheapo, okay? You can do this. Don't be a cheapo, okay? We're gonna snap it. Yep. Just like that. Mm-hmm. That one's only $4.5 million. It's a little tighter corner. You know, a little less resources, I guess. There we go. So that'll be our tunnel. 2 tunnel entrance. Goes underneath this. That's so expensive. I'm a little intimidated by our next playthrough now because I'm going to make mountains everywhere. It's going to be awesome. And then the tunnels come out this way, right? So they'll just kind of go like this. And out they come, right? So in order to start building this, though, I want to connect this one here also. And this is going to connect right over in this area. So what we're going to do here, I know, like, there's just everywhere, right? Just train tracks everywhere. I love it. I'm obsessed. And you know what? I know what people are thinking when I say that. You're like, you should play Transport Fever. I know. I probably will eventually. I probably will. There. And then go. I haven't played Transport Fever. I know about it. Like, I know what it's about, and I know how to. I know about as much as a person who has had who's like seen a game trailer kind of thing. Like, I know how that works up to about that point. Okay, so this rail is going to come all the way out like so. I kind of want it to go straight for a little while. Yeah, so right about. Come on now. Ooh, is it too far away to render it? Yeah. Come on, about like this. Yeah, this is good. And then same thing here. Bring it straight out like this. Like that. And then we'll start curving it over to meet up with this one. So we'll say you are going to curve over like this. And meet up with this side. Like that. And then you are going to come all the way over here. All these prefab panels, man. Tons of electrical components, too. Like, we're actually robbing a lot of steel from other productions. So I'm going to have to let this run for quite a few years, I think, in order to actually build these with my own resources. But it might be worth it just to see how it goes, you know? And then I still kind of want to make that train track. I want to make it from here, and then maybe I'll bend it this way and then wrap it around and have it connect right here, right? And then everything just goes full, everything's connected then, and it'll be really, really cool. Just like this road, look at this truck. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is why I play this game. Right here. I'm gonna leave it here, actually. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. We're gonna be making airplanes next time. I'm certain of it, because if for some reason that's not built by the time I progress the game 1 or 2 years for all those train tracks to be done, if for some reason that's the case, then I'm just gonna hit the button and buy it. Yeah, that's just what's gonna happen. I was really hoping a train would go underneath this truck. I was hoping that was gonna happen, but it didn't happen. So in any case, that's it for me. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.